So Reiss Nelson, Reiss Nelson, really? Will that happen? Can that happen? Will we ever see that happen? Anyways, people, massive respect. Please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're here for the first time, this is MG Sports TV, people. As we get on with the show. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, people, so definitely Reiss Nelson. An article actually, pretty much an interesting article surrounding Reiss Nelson. I'll be getting some details on that. But as I said, people on the opener, please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're here for the first time. Let me give a shout out to our channel members and channel Patreon, which is quite important that I do so. These persons have been supporting the program actually monetarily, mentally, physically, they're always supporting the program, people. So definitely. So the two patrons are Raymond Astin and Ravan Bennett. Thank you very much for joining. The military squad now, you can see it's a big squad, 15 members. The original Zilla, Jermaine Swaby, Rose Gold, David Beckham, Feather 5, Black Icon 40, Kyle Wallace from the Reggae Boyz Supporters Club, Lee Bell, Marsden Ricketts, Jamil Winter, Rocco Reacts, Devon Hughes, Angelica Rivera, Ari Linkup, and the Ellisworth. My respect to the channel members. I have to salute you guys. Definitely, you guys help the program kicking and going. So let's get to the meat of the matter. Reiss Nelson. I'm going to bring up the article right away, so I won't waste enough of your time. I know your time is very, very precious. As you can see there, the article, this is a press from the Zimbabwe team manager. So national team general manager Wellington, won't pronounce the last name, and said that there are many footballers born in Europe with Zimbabwean roots who are eager to play for the Warriors. Wellington also was speaking to Soccer 24 while responding to Arsenal forward Reiss Nelson remarks about his nationality. Nelson, born to a British mother and Zimbabwean father, recently said he's not from Zimbabwe, adding his mother is from Jamaica. Wellington, who was over the years tried to persuade the 23-year-old to play for Zimbabwe, said he accepts Nelson's decision to choose to represent the country where his mother originally came from. He said, It's sad that Reiss Nelson chose to not represent Zimbabwe, but life goes on for us. We would love to have him as a part of the Warriors, but unfortunately he chooses his mother country of birth. It's a closed chapter. There's many other players eligible to represent Zimbabwe, and there are only players that international football returns soon. Several British-born footballers have played for Warriors in the past few years. Among them, Tande Darikwa, Admiral Miswaki, and Jordan Zimura. Former current English Premier League footballers with Jamaican roots include John Barnes, Raheem Sterling, Ronaldo Aarons, Danny Rose, Michael Antonio, Troy Deeney, Kyle Walker, Danny Rose. They said Danny Rose twice. Ashley Young, Danny Simpson, Wes Morgan, Adrian Mariappa, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Leon Bailey, Nathan Redmond, Scott Sinclair, and former Liverpool defender Andre Wisdom. Some of the players named above played for Jamaican national team, while the likes of Walker Sterling played for the Three Lions. So, now the thing is, people, the thing is why I'm talking about this is now, as you can see, he said that Reiss Nelson chose to play for his mother's country of birth. Now, the reason why I find that strange is he never said that he chose to play for Reiss Nelson or his country of birth, but he chooses his mother's country of birth. Now, that's kind of strange, because the reason why I'm saying it's kind of strange because this one is kind of new to us. It's really, really new to me personally. Other persons might know about it, but it's new to me. And him choosing to play for his mother country of birth is actually Jamaica. His country of birth is England. So he'll be playing for the English team. But I'm not sure if this conversation was held between the player and Wellington that could be the case where this conversation was had between the player and Wellington, and that would be the reason why Wellington would have actually known that he is choosing to play for Jamaica. Because it could have been easily said that even the same conversation was held. It could have been said that he chose to play for his country of birth and is waiting for that opportunity, rather than Wellington said he chooses to play for his mother's country of birth, which is Jamaica. So it's kind of a strange one. It's really, really a strange one. I'm hoping to hear a lot more details, hoping to see a lot more details coming out about that. Now the big question is, will JF go out and get the Arsenal starlet to join the Jamaican national team? That's the big question. Will they pursue this? Will they pick up on this small little hints? Because an interview was done on Arsenal channel with Reiss Nelson and one of the correspondents at Arsenal. I think his name is Frimpong. And he said that a lot of persons don't know my my original background, where I'm from. And he said that his father I think he said that his father was from Zimbabwe and his mother is of Jamaican descent. I think that's what Reiss Nelson said specifically. Just give me a second. That's what Reiss Nelson said specifically, and that's the reason why he chose to do that. But as I said, people, this definitely one is a strange one. Would love to see how this one material. But if we should go out, if we should decide that, hey, we want to get this player in, would the Gold Cup, as you can see there highlighted, would the Gold Cup be a good area, a good stepping stone for the player to make that transition? Or is the Gold Cup a bit too close and we're already stuck in those particular areas? These are the questions that need to be asked. But definitely the Zimbabwe team manager would have highlighted the area, what would have been said between both him and player. It could be, this is not assumption. This is not based on how it is stated. It's not assumption. This is not assumption. It said that he has over the years tried to persuade the player to play for Zimbabwe. He has tried over the years, but recently it seems as if he has come out and said that he said, this is what he said now: born to British mother and Zimbabwean father, recently said that he's from Zimbabwe. But this is what Wellington said: we would have loved to have him as part of the Warriors, but unfortunately he chose his mother's country of birth. This is what Wellington said. So I'm just assuming that this would have been a discussion. Now, the question now is, what does that mean for the English FA? Would the English FA now put more interest in Reiss Nelson, trying to get Reiss Nelson on board to their plan? Or maybe Reiss Nelson would have understand what the English FA have been doing over the years and said, okay, I don't want to be a part of that. I've seen it. There's other, Tariq Lamptey and these guys would have moved on to represent other nations because they have seen and experienced what the English FA have been doing to other players over that time period. Now, what I want to know, you guys, what are your thoughts on this situation? Do you think this is maybe just being thrown out of proportion? Do you think it's being thrown out of proportion, or definitely something could be behind this? Something could be deeply rooted within this conversation that's been had between the Wellington, that's the Zimbabwe team manager, national team football team manager, and also Reiss Nelson, and definitely is JFF doing something slightly under the radar that we're still unaware of. It will be interesting. It will be very, very interesting to see, people. So as I said, tell us what your thoughts are in the comment section, and we'll see how far this one goes, people. Please do smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're here for Reiss Nelson, a reggae boy, an Arsenal player again. One more. We have recently seen what's his name, man? Kilo Taylor Hart. So I'm buzzing. I am buzzing. I love the fact that Arsenal are doing some great things in the Premier League. I know we're having Arsenal players in the league, in our national team. It's brilliant, people. It's brilliant. So people, tell us what you think about that, people. And I'll see you guys again. Like, share, and subscribe, people. MG Sports TV. We're out. Boom.